What is up, YouTube? Slugger Studios here. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the jerseys from the 2022 Field of Dreams game. I'm going to be rating those jerseys. So, Field of Dreams is a baseball movie. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Alright, you got to go watch it. If you haven't seen it, probably not interested in this video. But the Field of Dreams, they had this idea. They're going to build a cornfield, or build a baseball field in the middle of a cornfield. And the famous quote, "If you build it, they will come." Well, guess what? MLB built it. And two teams, they had to come because the MLB made them. That's right. The Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs, they were the participants in this year's Field of Dreams game. In all reality, it's a really cool game. It's been a great addition by the MLB doing this. They've done a wonderful job putting it on, the production that's involved. And like I said, they built it and people are coming to it. So let's take a look at the jerseys. The movie is set way back in time, in the early 1900s. And so the teams, they like to wear throwback jerseys from that time period, just to bring everything full circle with the marketing aspects and all of that. So I wanted to take a look at the jerseys that they were wearing and just break those down, see what I thought, and rate those. So let's take a look. Shout out to sportslogos.net for all the images. Head on over to their website for a full article on the jerseys. So as I mentioned here, we had the Chicago Cubs versus the Cincinnati Reds. They designed these throwback jerseys, which, you know, they're old school jerseys, but the way Nike produces them, they just look really, really good. They're really clean, really crisp. Just great designs. So let's break those down. We're going to start with the Cincinnati Reds specifically, and the Reds bringing in the pinstripes, and man, did they kill it with the pinstripes. Oh my goodness, I'm absolutely in love with these jerseys. I think they look phenomenal, and the pinstripe hat to go with it. You would think a pinstripe hat. There's no way that works. This works. Oh my gosh. I absolutely love it. So it's kind of hard to tell from the distance. And Cincinnati currently is red and black. But these jerseys, they mirror the Reds jerseys from 1914 to 1920. And that includes the Reds World Championship victory in 1919, and the color scheme, actually the pinstripes are a navy blue, and the outline on the C on the chest is in a navy blue also. So easy to think that it's black from a distance, but it is actually navy blue. Not that that color really makes a difference, but just absolutely love the pinstripe look. The jerseys are very simple and clean. The Reds haven't changed much about their logo over the years, and honestly, they could wear these jerseys at their next home series and nobody would think anything about it. It's just a phenomenal looking jersey. The hat obviously is the thing that stands out. Still, as a one-off promo type thing like this, I absolutely love this hat. I think it looks just amazing. It would be kind of weird for them to wear it a lot during the season, but here and there, I would not mind seeing this hat in circulation used by the Reds on a fairly regular basis. Maybe one homestand a month or every other month, something along those lines, 2-3 times a year. Just absolutely crushed it. Now, what I absolutely love is they took the style of the hat and put it on their helmet. Oh my goodness. This may be the greatest helmet I've ever seen. Helmets are usually so dull and boring. It's just one, maybe two colors, the logo on the front, and that's it. That's basically it. With this, you actually get some design on the helmet. It's something different. It's something new. It's refreshing. I just think it looks phenomenal. Now, I could definitely see where a lot of people would be like, this thing is ugly. I get it. Okay, but just to mix things up, just to bring something new to the table, phenomenal job. I would wear this batting helmet in a game in an instance. I would have no problem with that. It looks phenomenal. So for overall, for the Reds jerseys, I'm going to give them a rating of an 8.5 out of 10. That's a really high rating. Going to go with the 0.5 system. So an 8.5 out of 10. I think they just did a phenomenal job with these. Really good job. All right, let's take a look at the Cubs now. Cubs is a little bit of a different situation. So the Cubs jerseys, there's a little bit of a mix match here. The hat was originally worn in 1914, and then it was only worn for that season. And then in 1927, they took the little bear with the bat under its arm and brought the hat back and also included the bear on the front of the jersey, inside of the C. And they did that in 1927, and they wore those jerseys until 1936. The Cubs actually won 3 National League pennants wearing these jerseys. They won it in 29, 32, and 35. But each of those years, obviously, they lost in the World Series because, it's the Cubs. So now, to break down their jerseys. Look, just being honest, it's an old school jersey. It is what it is. I don't like this logo. I'm just not a fan of the bear with the bat underneath its arm. If you're a diehard Cub fan, it's probably something that you enjoy seeing. I don't know, maybe not. It's just not one of the better logos that I've seen used in MLB. And so they had that on the hat, and they also have that on their chest. And then outside of that, there's just a plain C. And just the stripes on it, not a lot to it. It's very simple. I understand that. Again, these are early 1900s. You couldn't do a lot with jerseys, but it just to me. I do, I like the navy blue hat with the cream jersey. The contrast there, that looks good. But overall, just a halfway decent jersey from the Cubs. So I would probably rate these, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Just not super enthusiastic about it. Like I said, not my favorite logo, not my first choice by any means. It looked good on the field, and there's not many choices that they could go with, considering they're doing a throwback jersey. So it is what it is. But that's my thoughts on the Cubs jerseys. So there you have it, guys. That's my ratings for this year's 2022 Field of Dreams jerseys. Again, I gave the Cincinnati Reds a 8.5 out of 10. Really like their jerseys. Specifically the hat. Thought they did a great job. And then for the Chicago Cubs, just a 4.5 out of 10. Not their fault. It is what it is. So anyways, appreciate you tuning in for this. Leave me a comment down below what jersey was your favorite between these two, and I'll catch you next time.